Hey guys, and happy Friday. Wow, it seemed like I haven't been making a video in like forever, and I know it's been like about a week. But unfortunately for me, last week, about earlier within the week, I had caught just a minor head cold. I had to deal with a sore throat and stuffy nose, stuffy speech, and right now I have some of it in my lungs. So forgive me if I be coughing back and forth. I don't think I have that much to drink, but I'll manage. But I'm sorry. I know there are things that have been going on, within the week. I know some of the events that happened within last week to right now. There have been some events, some things that has been happening, like the Academy Awards was on last weekend, and congrats to Leonardo DiCaprio winning his first Oscar. That was awesome. I'm thinking about probably doing a separate film on that, but I just want to say congratulations. Um, Great. So so I'm making another video. I'm sorry, forgive me. I'm making another video, if I don't have to repeat it, of a post that I really found interesting and I found bizarre at the same time. I would like to talk about the whole Orlando Brown and the Raven-Symone drama. So I'm just going to take time and talk about them separately and just share my thoughts on it, because I've seen a lot of videos about what what people are saying, their channels and all, and I was actually like viewing one of the channels the other day, and I really really want to talk about, especially with the Orlando Brown issue. I really wanted to talk about that. But at the time, I was so sick and so stuffy. I was saying, forget, let me wait until, I was a little better where I can speak. So I'm going to start with the whole Orlando Brown drama. Okay, for those of you that are not familiar with Orlando Brown, or Orlando Brown Jr. as they call him. He was the star, one of the stars of the television show That's So Raven, with Raven-Symone and others, and also he has starred in a couple of movies, and he was on Family Matters one time. I remember seeing him as a kid on Family Matters, and it's just recently he had this really he's been acting really weird, really crazy lately, and I was actually viewing, I'm not sure of the name of the channel, I'm actually subscribed to her, but she was pretty much showing clips of Orlando Brown. There was one incident where I really wanted to talk about it, but I didn't get a chance to, because I was talking about other stuff about this alleged beating of his wife. First, I had absolutely no idea that he was married, much less he was a father. That was like two of the things that, shocked me, because we all are getting so old. But, yeah, that was the first thing that had happened with him, that there were allegations saying that he had beat his wife, and the funny thing is, he beat his wife in front of a police station, but I heard that she recently had bailed him out, and it's a lot of bizarre behavior with him. Another issue that I noticed is that there was a couple of allegations with him and Raven-Symone. Like, they were saying that it was rumored that he was doing that them two were involved in a sexual relationship in which he described was he had gave oral sex to Raven-Symone and how he went down on her. And I pretty much heard the clip, and that was basically what he said. Like, he literally said that he went down on Raven-Symone and he ate her. I don't want to be explicit or anything like that because I didn't put any, disclaimer or anything on that. But you guys get the drill. So there was one thing he said, and then another allegation which was really shocking. And it brought to my attention back in the past. It was about that he, claimed that he actually knocked Raven-Symone up. And how I came up with that story, I remember back in 2009 where I was at a park with my mother and my eldest nephew. And at the time when he was coming out of the closet, because he's openly gay, he was coming out of the closet. He was saying, like, Raven had a baby. Raven had came out, said she was a lesbian. And at first I was like stunned, really, because I watched Raven grow up. It's like, I love, her style. I love the way she acts. I love, the way that she did on That's So Raven. She did an amazing job. She was like one of the best stars, that ever came out of Hollywood to me at the time as, growing up. And I was just stunned when he told me that, okay, Raven's in a relationship with a girl. I'm like, huh? And then he said Raven had a baby. I'm like, huh? I go, like, when did this happen? I go, like, if she had a baby, at the time I was like reading, People's, the People magazines and Us Weekly and In Touch and all of them, they would get the story flat out straight. But, according to Raven, actually it was not true, but she did indeed come out of the closet. She came out as a lesbian, and, up to this day, I still don't believe. I cannot picture, Raven and a lesbian, sexual activity with another woman. I can't picture it. No matter, how many, crazy looks that she do. So to this day, I'm still dumbfounded when he told me, and that was like what, almost 7 years ago. So yeah, Raven had came out with as she was gay, and the whole thing turned out to be, untrue. And I don't really understand, what is going on with Orlando Brown. From what I was also saying that, he's a struggling rapper, so he's trying to get his rapper game up. But even, that didn't sound right. And then, there was like one video I remember saying, how good he could perform oral sex and all that kind of stuff. It's like he didn't look right. He looked like he was basically on drugs. And there was a time, that, he looked better than that. Like, he looked, attractive, like way before. But right now, he just looks a complete mess. And, I don't know, maybe he's going through a mental issue. Maybe it's a lot of stress because, he did say he was in a marriage. And at the same time, he's a father. He has a son. And I know that's probably, a lot of stress too. I give... I understand if you're a parent and you're going through so much stuff, but really I just hope that he get himself together, because it's just sad how people grow up in Disney, like the whole like the stars, some stars like Miley Cyrus or Zac Efron that will go off for Disney, go down, and then try to rise himself back up. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's just sad. I heard, there are some Disney stars that actually took their lives away. Like, I think his name is Lee Thompson Young. He was on the famous Jet Jackson. I believe that's what the show was back in the day, and he had commit suicide. So we don't want to hear anything about that. So I'm hoping that he gets himself together and get himself back in shape, and most important, I would say, get yourself together for your child, because you really don't want to be a mess, and especially while you have a small child and the child has to grow up. Okay, so I'm going to close out with him, and I'm going to go forward to Miss Raven-Symone. Okay, so I've been seeing with Raven, I've been seeing a lot of hate stuff coming from her. I see a lot of hate videos about Miss Raven-Symone, about people showing their reactions about her, and of course, right now, what's going on right now with Raven is that she's on the television show called The View, and she's been a host there for a while, and it seemed like she just be saying a bunch of things that doesn't make sense, and the thing she says literally shocks the people, that are looking at her, because most of us, including myself, I grew up on her, like watching That's So Raven, and she was acting this and acting that, and then all of a sudden, she just keeps saying, the most craziest things about, what was this issue about, saying that she was every culture in Europe, or in Africa. It was every culture in Europe, and she was from every continent in Europe and every continent in Africa, which in my face, that didn't make any sense. And what other people heard, that I heard their comments. I've been on their channels, and I could just laugh and said, oh my God, I don't know. I don't know what in the world is going on with her, really. It's like, people seriously hate her. In my opinion, I really don't know what to think about Raven, seriously. I couldn't say I love her, and I couldn't say, I hate her. It's just like, I'm right at the level, like, I don't know what to think about her. Because I tell you, I go like, me and my mom are just dumbfounded when it comes to her. Like, I mention her, she's like, ugh. Especially when she found out about the gay thing, she's like, ugh. And I'm like, the same thing. So, but I do believe, like, what she says, or what the things that she says, it doesn't make any sense, and some of it is completely stupid. I remember there was one post, and I actually saved it on my Facebook page, said that if she would move out of the United States if a Republican is elected, and I don't get that either. I mean, I'm guessing maybe like a Republican is someone who changes the laws or something. I don't understand why in the world she would say she would move out of the state. And like, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, really. And, I'm seeing the people comment saying that, please be happy to do so. Be free. You can go about your damn business. We don't give a fuck, and, they're not, they literally hate her. I feel like they literally hate her because of the stuff that she's saying. And I guess if she said that, and then plus all of the the nonsense stuff she's been saying on The View, and people disagreeing with her, I guess it's nothing to do but for her to leave the country. And people basically don't really care. So there's nothing much that I can say about her, other than she really needs to get herself together, because she's been saying a lot of crazy stuff. She has there are videos of females that are literally will punch her in the face if they actually see her in person, and they're cussing her out and blowing her out. I'm like, I could look at them videos all day and all night, and that would literally that would definitely beat my day of watching them. So I don't know what to say. She just need to get herself together, and also just give a big apology if she can do that. If other people would accept her apologies with all the stupidness about her being white and all that kind of stuff, because she's mixed actually, so there's no such thing as being white. I know there's a lot of red people that be thinking like they're red, they're pale, they got color eyes, they can be white, they date somebody that's white and all that. You're black. Let's face it, you got black in you. I don't feel like, I don't feel like, I don't feel you're white unless if certain body parts on you are pink. That's all I got to say. Because if they're black down there or brown up here, you're black in the discussion. So I'm not gonna I'm gonna close that out here. Those are the only two things that I want to talk about. I have so much videos that I want to talk about, especially about the Oscars. I was thinking about doing another fashion review because I saw many beautiful dresses, and I may do that. If you guys subscribe to me, you can be on the look for it. And also, if you want to share your thoughts about this video, or the things that I discussed in the video about Orlando Brown or Raven-Symone, you're welcome to comment down on the links below. And thank you for watching, and you guys have a nice night.